We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello, how's everybody doing out there? A little talking shit coming at you every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, talking shit is coming at you. Today we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff happened over the weekend. But the main thing I want to talk about is a YouTuber by the name of Kevin Van Voris was raided, but we in this chat like to be critical thinkers, and we can speculate as to why he was legit raided by a SWAT team basically, and we can talk about it real quick. I don't think it was because of YouTube videos, but I don't know any other reason why, but I can speculate, and that's what we do here. We talk shit, we speculate. It's literally called talking shit, so that's what we're gonna do most of the time here. Before we do that, before we get too into it, before we say hi to the people here, as always, I'd like to thank the people that keep the disco ball popping. That's right, the sponsors of the channel. So we got we got PMAS, Nick James PMAS up in Michigan, building a CUDA, some shit. PMAS. Rami Zaidan, 2 Auto Solution. That's right, Rami Zaidan at 2 Auto Solution up in down in Puerto Rico. He got me a wideband for the Corvette. Shout out to him. I got a video coming up on the Corvette pretty soon. Once I get some more equipment to get some data logging in. The Parts Farm. I need pedals for an 11 to 14 Mustang. I'm gonna hit him up so I can get a set of pedals, so I can get the GT500 going. Stick quick. Doma got cookies. DomaGotCookies.com. DomaGotCookies_LLC. Tonight we give away cookies and coffee, like we do every Tuesday. Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com. And as always, DNA High Performance does sponsor the Tuesday show. I really want to thank DNA High Performance, Rami Zaidan at 2 Auto Solutions, PMAS, Nick James, everyone. I think I haven't sent invoices out, but you know what? There's no rush. There's no rush to pay the kid. It's all whatever. Rami's done enough to pay a kid, so it's all good. Let's say hi to the people. We'll start talking about the whole Kevin Van Voris situation. Why he got raided, or why we think he got raided, why he said he got raided. I'm going to tell you, the video didn't really say much. I'll be honest with you. If you watch both videos, you don't know why. The charges were like reckless endangerment or something like that. But I'm like, wait a minute. That means every 1320 video, every streetcar video from that Billy the Kid, every video that shows someone racing on public streets in a race, hell, every race at the pad would be reckless endangerment, and everyone has their face very visible. So if people like that aren't getting hit up, why is that YouTuber getting hit up? It is interesting. Harley Taquache Mode, Fresh Pastelazo in the house. Yes, Bondlebird. Nick G, Valley Tensby. What's up, Valley Tensby? Now, Valley Tensby did send something on Instagram that I thought was pretty funny that we can also talk about once I get into it with you guys. Valley Tenspeed posted a new California roadway law story stating that parking lots and off-street parking facilities are now included in locations where it is a crime to engage in a speed contest, exhibition of speed, or sideshow activity. Please move out of California, guys. I have no idea why you guys stay in California. Santos, Jason, Bundle Bird, Frankosaurus Rex, SK Jeff, Santos again, Douche did it, Jason, Paul Ponthieu, Kai Liner, Killen, Douche did it, Gallo Bravo, Matt 107, Harley Taquache Mode, Craig Walls, Bondlebird again, Grant Wilburn, who is this? Garage Built Coyote, Jason, JD Swag, Bondlebird again, Alfredo Diaz, Bondlebird, the same three guys are nonstop. Phil Fez, Screamin' 03, we got Kaz Michaels, we got more pubes, more boosts, wild stuff, sounds like it's personal to me. It is sus. Huncho James, Angel, Puerto Rico. Chris Henderson, Garage Build again. Omar Garza, what's up? Enjoying his new house. Good for him. Kona Blue. Jared Wells. Damn, the same 15 guys are fucking talking nonstop. Donkey Mac, Jason. Rami Zaidan, what's up? Rami Zaidan helped me diagnose the issue with the Corvette. Hint, I'm out of injector. I'm legit out of injector. I thought three more PSI was good, though. That bitch is out of injector. EPA's in the house. Hey, fuck you, EPA, for hitting us up. Boxy Luxury, Pito, Chiquito, Cluster, BME and Oz, One Fast Car, Izzy R, Aggressively Average, Lark, Macchiato, Zake Villarreal became a Bitch of Love member, and then RSD, oh my God, that guy became a Bitch of Love member, oh my Lord. Nick Rogers gave me $5. Blake Bethune. Hey, brother, appreciate the help of the past 2 days. You got it, DNG Brandon. Neil Pure B58 Power. I think that's Homeboy Coyote. Cuban Coyote. Matt Harley Hyperlink says, Cali just passed a new law banning truck, semi, and bus engines built prior to 2010 to be illegal. That means any trucking company that has a diesel truck that's older than 2010 is illegal. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so let's talk about the Kevin Van Vorst video where he said he was raided by a SWAT team of people and they drummed up some bullshit charges about him supposedly doing dumb shit. Okay, so there's a very easy way, in my opinion, to make their case very difficult if they're gonna hit you up on dumb shit like, you know, you're putting people in danger, you're racing. Number one, never show yourself on video racing in traffic. Like if you're in traffic, swerving in and out, and there's very visible street signs and it allows to know your location, yeah, you are self-snitching. You are doing no different than rappers talking about ops that they slid on and took care of and what happened. You are documenting you breaking the law. And makes it easy because they go, look at that. That's I-95 off of exit 36. There's that license plate, that license plate, that license plate. All those cars are registered in the state of wherever the fuck. And boom, we got you and your face is on camera. So how can we not do that? But that doesn't warrant a raid. It just doesn't warrant a raid. It's crazy to me that they would say, we're going to raid your ass. No, they could have a sheriff show up to the house and say, yeah, we're gonna summons you to a court date, and we're gonna put you up on charges of endangering the public and yourself, reckless driving, speeding, because you literally gave us all of the information. I would understand that. Like I would understand if that's what's going on. He said it DM me on Insta, but I don't got nobody on Insta. And don't worry, I'm not gonna speculate because I'm a responsible dude. I'm not gonna talk out of turn here. Here we go. Oh, so he did hit me up. There you go. Accept. Boom. So he stated that he got raided. He got pulled over, number one, because it was a warrant out for his arrest. And then at the same time, they raided his house, cut off his video equipment, took every SD card, took his wife's money. I'm like, holy shit. Now, I understand if he's being vague about other charges because it sounds very sus to me if somebody is going to raid you based on car bullshit. If they see you racing on the street and you're documenting it, I totally understand if they summons you and they say, come on, there's you, da-da-da-da-da, and you kind of snitch on yourself. I get that. But nothing warrants a raid. Now, there's a popular thing that people do to their ops, and it's called swatting. Okay, swatting is when you, and it happened to Andrew Tate a couple of times. Swatting is the act of you falsely reporting something on someone's address, right? Let's say if I hate on homeboy, I know where he's at. I'll say, hey, he's got some girls, holed up and he's human trafficking and he's got drugs and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then they literally swat your shit. They literally swat your shit. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying the only time that they're going to do something like that is when someone you're having beef with or someone just hates you because he's a popular guy. He's pretty jacked, so I'm sure he's made a couple of enemies. He drives a Hellcat that's super rap, so I am sure that Kevin has haters. Hell, I have haters. I literally have haters, but none of them will face me face to face because I'm right 99% of the time. The shit I talk about 99% of the time, I'm right. I'm literally just stating the truth. So I'm sure he has haters in his town or whatever. And maybe someone got a little off kilter. Maybe someone's jealous. Maybe someone is not liking that he's doing well or whatever. And for whatever reason, maybe they swatted him. And that is a thing. That's very much a thing, getting swatted on. I wouldn't be surprised if someone came in here and swatted my shit, because I understand that's how psycho people are. But one thing I don't do is put my personal information out there. Look, with any kind of money, you can find out where I'm at. But I don't put out there content that shows my location. I don't have a physical shop. I am in my house, shutting the fuck up. Now, based on the experiences I've had with either people I know getting raided or raids in general. Yeah, look, if you have a Mopar, I think you should be, look, if you go up to the judge and he's like, hey, I'd like to have I would like to raid this house. Why? He's got a Hellcat. And you're like, oh, okay. Just rate him based on that. So if he is out there kind of showing off and doing his thing, and people must be like, man, fuck that guy, I'm sure that they literally said, let me just get that guy in trouble. Now, I'm sure if people raid your shit and the guy who allowed the raid to happen finds out they found nothing in his place. I mean, nothing. They took his wife's money, a couple of USB. I'm sure they found a laptop or two full of porn. And then they go, what do we got on this guy? Well, he really likes short stacked girls. What else do we got on him? I don't know, but he does burnouts. Well, let's get him on reckless endangerment and blah, 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 blah. But I'm sure there's other stuff in the background that he can't talk about. Based on my experience with people that have gone through that, I would guarantee there's stuff on the background that the lawyers were like, shut the fuck up. Just say what you can, keep it kosher, but put light on the subject. Because if he can get raided, Street Speed can get raided. Every drag and drive event that does a burnout through the middle of their drag and drive event should be arrested. 1320 Video should be arrested. Mexico Racing League. Everyone that posts racing videos on their channel should get the same treatment, right? Oh, they don't. Right. So I'm sure there's something else going on with Homeboy they probably can't talk about. That's what I got to say about that. And after listening to his videos, it made me think of other people's situation. Let's just say this. Let's say there's an agency out there that wants to check what you got going on. And I'm not saying he's doing this. Please don't misconstrue that. I'm not saying he's doing this. I'm saying an example. Hypothetical situation. Let's say I'm a guy that's always talking about guns. Let's say I'm a guy that's always talking about popping off. Let's say I'm a guy that's dry firing on Instagram all the fucking time like a weirdo. Let's say I'm posted up with my Draco. I'm posted up this and this and that. So if they want to search my shit for some misdemeanor, they're going to be like, hey, this motherfucker's packing. So why don't we go in there like a fucking bear and shut shit down just in case shit goes down? Meanwhile, the initial offense is minimal, but they bring the backup with their blicks just in case shit pops off. I would understand that. But to do all that and only catch him on a couple of charges that are weak as fuck, like endanger, that's like ticket, that's like misdemeanor stuff, dude. Like speeding. Now, for you future YouTubers out there, right, if he had a SEMA sticker, was he able to do all that? Hey, Kevin, if you have SEMA certified, you're good, son. So I wonder what actually brought that SWAT team to raid his house while at the same time it was coordinated. When you think about it, it was coordinated. Now, the Lunds were hit up by the EPA with federal agents, and that made me laugh. Agents with a vest that said federal agent on it, not necessarily identifying the branch. It didn't say EPA federal agent, because that would make no fucking sense. It didn't say, ATF. It said federal agent. What federal agency, motherfucker? You can't just willy-nilly go into a place, say you got a warrant, take everyone's shit, and then leave them in limbo, and then say, oh, by the way, we got you on speeding tickets. Hey, we raided your shit. We made you spend $20 to $30 or $50,000 on lawyers. Did you hear PFI Speed say that the lawyers' fees were more expensive than the fine? EPA. Did you see that PFI Speed said that the lawyers' fees were more expensive than the fines? And that to me is the biggest crime of them all. You have to defend yourself, and they don't even have to justify their actions. They just say, "Oh, we got you on speeding tickets, and you were speeding with a passenger in the car." And that's what it's come down to. Like, if you guys were afraid of us becoming a Gestapo-style state, we are there. We are there. Forget the fact that we don't want it to become. We're there. If a bunch of nerds can get raided for tuning cars, if a guy can get raided because of maybe small town hate, and then they drum up dumbass charges about reckless endangerment and driving, we live in that shit. The process is the punishment. Imagine, I would go broke and I'd be in jail because I don't have the money and I won't defend myself. That fuck, why? I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong. And what recourse does someone like Kevin have? Let's say everything blows over. They catch him on some bullshit charge that he can just pay up and do community service in. And then how does he say, "Oh, by the way, how do I get compensated for the inconvenience? I had clients that I missed out on." He's a trainer, I think. He's a personal trainer. So how do I make it up to those clients? I lost business. You arrested me 3 fucking times on bullshit. You raided my shit. And I'm a public figure. So now my persona, my public personality, my image has been tarnished falsely by whatever department decided to go in and fuck with his shit. What recourse does a citizen have to go against government agency that overstep their enforcement of dumb shit? And then sometimes they don't even have anything on you. They go in to find stuff on you. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine getting pulled over by a crooked cop? Me, Alex, who doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't do shit. And this cop pulls me over just because, I don't know, Puerto Ricans don't really drive ZR1, so that shit must be stolen, or he deals drugs. Pulls me over, gets me out of the car, throws a bag of fucking, I don't know, fentanyl in the shit, and says I'm a drug dealer. What recourse do I have? If it comes out that, I'm going up against it and I got no proof. They go in to find proof, and that's not how it should be. So that's my thoughts about that. His video explained what happened, but it didn't go into insane detail. As to why, and I understand it if there's lawyers involved. So, I mean, that's everyone was tagging me on it, and he tried his best to explain it, but I didn't really get a sense as to what's happening because I'm sure there's other stuff that the lawyer's like, bro, shh. So, if the goal was to destroy the character, what kind of recourse does he have to sue the department and completely clear his name? He doesn't. Motherfuckers can go in. They can raid your shit, fuck your shit up, turn your whole life upside down, cut cameras. He had cameras set up in his shit for his own protection. First thing the agents do, cut the cameras, and then they can search whatever the fuck they want. You know what I would do? I would put cameras every fucking where, hidden in plain, hidden, so that I can catch every single thing, and it has to be some offsite situation. You don't think that people that have gone through some kind of raiding situation now have insanely shored up their security so that in the event that happens again, no fucking way will any evidence will be left out because agents started cutting electronics? Cutting electronics? Was your what the fuck was your warrant on? Like, if you took his cell phones and his laptops, why'd you cut his cameras? That's home security. You should, dude. I wish there was a way that you can fucking sue the shit out of the people that conducted that raid and that approved and greenlit that raid, because I think you'd have a ridiculous case. And if the end goal was to have a police department destroy Kevin's character in the town that he lives in so that he gets a bad rep, then mission accomplished. He's never going to get that back. His clients are going to go, wait a minute, you went to jail? Shit. Fuck. I mean, I don't care that you're my fucking weightlifter. You're my coach, Let's say he trains lawyers. Let's say he trains doctors. Let's say he trains nurses. And then let's say it comes out that those professionals are being trained by a guy who's been to jail 3 times in the last couple of weeks. His character has been fucking drugged through the mud and he has no recourse. And I think that's 100% horseshit. So what does he do? What do you think Kevin should do in that situation? It is nuts to me that that stuff is happening and we're already there. The Gestapo bullshit state. But if you are SEMA certified, I'm sure they got your back. Fucking clown show. We live in one of those states already. And the reason I moved to Florida initially was to work for Lund Racing. The reason I stay in Florida is because of Governor Ron DeSantis. This is the last sane state. I know you guys talk about Texas. Bro, Texas, go to Austin. Go to Austin. There's not many liberal cities in Florida. Even Miami and Miami-Dade County has been turned red. So pretty much everywhere you go in Florida, people are pretty sane unless you go to select neighborhoods. So we'll talk about a little bit, expand on that if he wants to kind of add anything to that. But I think it's total horseshit if they drummed up some bullshit charges based on a raid and then they cut up his whole shit, bro. And the thing is, in order for him to get any satisfaction, he'd have to hire a lawyer and spend thousands of dollars, and then maybe nothing will happen. And you know what the AG or whoever, the head attorney in charge would say to Kevin if he did bring a lawsuit to the city? He'd be like, we'll drop everything if you drop your lawsuit. And then his lawyer's going to turn to him and go, God damn it, that's probably your best bet, unfortunately. Unfortunately, your best bet is to just drop this shit. I'll give you an example. Whistling Diesel. We all saw what Whistling Diesel's going through in Tennessee because I'm actually a fan of his channel. And he was out there, doing dumb shit in the jet ski. But nothing so dumb that would warrant him going to potentially jail for a day or two. But in my opinion, he's committing the classic mistake. There's nothing those people in this small town have on him than power. He's got money. He's got notoriety. He's a known guy. But the town has power. And they're going to go, we're going to flex our muscle just so that you know, boy, that you don't do that bullshit around here. And I'm sure that's exactly what's happening to Kevin. And it's not right, in my opinion. But I don't know the whole story. So there might be other shit that comes out later that makes me put my foot up my ass with this whole job. But who knows? From what I can see, based on his side, but I haven't read or heard or anything from the department side that would make me think that is a justifiable cause to raid a guy's house. Texas needs to change its name to New California. They call it officer safety push-ups. How shady is that, Mendoza? Did Kevin say no to customer? We'll show him. Tracy Miller says, government at every level will get away with whatever they can. Deputy used to follow me across the county lines for almost 2 years because he believed I sold drugs until he offended himself. Miami did flip red. Convicts do push-ups all day, though. Sorry about Jesus Christ. Texas is slowing, going blue. Right. And when I lived in Harris County, I saw what was happening. The people that are moving to Harris County specifically are turning that whole county blue. And then Austin, based on the tech that's there, Tesla and other tech companies, is becoming blue. Austin has always been weird, but now it's Democrat, and it's actually a slightly close race. Dude, Texas outvoted Democrats for governor by over 1 million. We're good here in Texas. Okay, you keep telling yourself that. No recourse, even if you could and win, it's still the people's money. The bad actors don't care. Totally got busy, and Emily says Omega. He should buy a Komatsu D355A. I'm telling you guys, the Komatsu D355 has become the universal fuck around and find out vehicle. I highly encourage any YouTuber that has money. If you're out there thinking you're buying a Fox body, if you're out there thinking you're going to buy another Hellcat, if you think you're going to buy another Corvette, and you could buy a Komatsu D355A. Because it is the universal fuck around and find out vehicle. And you know what? It might actually accelerate their rating you, but you mean business. Because one man with a welder and a fucking bulldozer brought a town to its knees. City gonna ask Kevin to put on a public jazzercise class. Oof. Yo, Kevin, thanks for the content. Every car YouTuber says Holly Takwache mode. The baby's about to latch. Whistling Diesel last video talked about how they're trying to extort him for his fame. They apparently charged Alan Jackson years ago and dropped charges for a concert. Correct. And I really hate to say this to Whistling Diesel. You're fighting a jet ski charge, bro. You are known for being on your channel a nuisance, right? You go out of your way to destroy vehicles people like. You love being hated on. You love messing with people. You love telling people how much money you got. Cool. The town wants you to make a video because you were acting up in front of a sheriff on a lake, even though they said it wasn't, a felony, but they're going to make an example out of you because the squeaky wheel gets the grease. You ever go up to a piece of equipment? It's humming. Everything's good. You don't even notice it's bad. And then one pulley starts going, ee, and you're like, well, the town is greasing the wheel. The town sees something odd acting up in its jurisdiction. And they're like, yeah, we're going to stomp that fucking shit. We're going to put some oil on that pulley so that it doesn't make noise. And he understands that shit's not welcome here. Welcome. Now they have power and they can fuck with you forever. And nothing you can do on your YouTube channel, aside from throwing money at the situation just cause, is going to help you win. They can just keep pushing it, and make you spend more and more money. And that's where they win. They win by the process. They win by pushing it. They win by just constantly fucking with you until they go, hey, how much money has Whistling Diesel spent on lawyers? $250,000. That's good. We'll drop the charges because we got $250,000 out of his pocket. Way off. Texas voted the most read in history midterm. Okay. Got it. Same thing already happened here in Arizona. Isn't Texas the #1 landing spot for California immigrants? Exactly. Florida, but here in Florida, they have a way of shutting the fuck up when they get here. You saw how red Florida was this election. Could you point me in the right direction of a 9650? It's a MAF truck, and I want to put a cam in it. Brand new motor, just looking for thumb. What do I need? Oh my God, a 96? And wait, 9650. They didn't. 94, 95 was push rod. 96, and it's a truck. Bro, stop it. Stop trying to make your truck chop. Stop it. We are actually getting a lot of California Republicans moving here. Said it's an earth mover. Hey, Alex, I think I've settled on a Whipple for my GT350, says Oliver Bryan. Streetcar. Would FFE Whipple Gen 5 on a pump gas about 8 pounds be good at 750 wheel? Yes. Right around, no, not 750 wheel, 8 pounds. You're going to need at least 10 pounds on pump gas. And you're at that real weird area where you're probably octane limited. I think that you need to have at least 10 PSI. And at the same time, you're going to probably need better octane than 91 or 93. It's how they count the counties. Most of Texas is still red, but Dallas County and the counties Houston, San Antonio, and Austin are in overshadow most of it, and it sucks. Correct. See, you guys make the classic mistake of looking at a state map and going, look, it's mostly red. Motherfucker, half of those places in those maps have 3 people. And it goes by population. It's literally a popular vote when it comes to the state. So if you have 5 million people in Dallas, you have 2 million people in Houston, you have 3 million people in San Antonio, and 2 million people in Austin, that's all you need. You don't need the rest of the motherfucker. It doesn't, not even close. Whistling Diesel doesn't need a D355. The man built his channel on the back of a skid loader. I don't think he understands what we're talking about. Stay weird, Austin. Right. Austin is just a fucking shithole. No thanks. And you know what the funny thing is? People like Joe Rogan move there. The dude ain't a hardcore Republican. He likes to hunt. He likes to do. But then he goes there and he like wants California-ish stuff to end up in Austin. And Austin is probably the closest to California city you got going in Texas. And it's the worst one. The homeless rate is ridiculous. Yes, Tesla's there. Yes, there's going to be big industry there. But just like San Francisco, that has a lot of tech bullshit, Twitter and all these other stupid fucking companies, the homeless problem is ridiculous. Hey, Alex, any reason tuning companies won't tune boost with the SET flash tuner? Just looking for information, and Lund doesn't support SET if I'm correct. Correct. But I think other companies, MPT and all them, they tune EcoBoost trucks. That's a boosted application. Last I checked, there is no limitation on SETs and boost. It's literally just a fucking device to export a file. The device doesn't allow you to do boost or not boost. The device is a delivery method. That's all it is. Nothing else. Austin used to be weird and cool, but now it's Democrat City. Suburbs are realistic. Downtown music, restaurant, nightlife were killed off during COVID. The votes that matter, right, those have always been blue. Johnny Boy, guess what cities are seeing the biggest rise in population? Those cities. We offended the Texan boys. And if there's more Californians moving there, it'll get worse. Exactly. Austin is a city where it's cool to have mental problems. 3 blue counties equals half the votes in the Senate. Arizona is the same way. It may have been blue, but now okay, guys. I don't have, you don't have, you're going off of faith. You're not going off of reality. If you see what real is, Texas is turning purple. It's slowly going to be a swing state. Tell me, if Texas is so goddamn red, how many votes did Berto get? Let me see. How many votes did that stupid Berto guy get? 2020, 22. So Abbott beat O'Rourke by what, 5 percentage points? So that's not a landslide. You know that DeSantis beat his opponent here by like 20 points? Like, not only a landslide, it's a drubbing. It's like a complete fucking destruction. Not even close. Over there, Beto O'Rourke, 5 percentage points. I live in Midland. It's becoming a damn liberal for me. Dropping a like and save is so true, man. We live in the north of Austin. Never going to Austin proper. Who gives a shit about the device? The N-Gage spoiled people, and someone said, no, it's not. Look. A lot of people are getting super spoiled on the whole N-Gage situation, and the N-Gage is never coming back, as far as I know. At least the name N-Gage isn't coming back. I thought I had a bunch here. But the N-Gage revolutionized tuning. They literally revolutionized tuning. To this day, it's the best login device. To this day, it flashes insanely quick. And unfortunately, because of, again, what did Emotion do to facilitate anything that warranted them going out of business? It's a delivery device. It's a delivery device. And I'm still kind of like in shock that there are still tuning companies or device companies allowed to work, or allowed to. I'm like, okay, so if Emotion went downhill, why didn't anyone else? But that's probably the best thing that could have happened to all the other device manufacturers, because the N-Gage was the best by fucking far. Touch screen, logging, firmware updates every couple of months, bro. We were spoiled. And once it went out of business, hell, you now look at the SCTX4 and you think that thing is the most revolutionary fucking thing on the planet, looking like a dead rat. And now we have to be connected to the internet. Now we have to have a good network and make a wide hit and have a good cell phone signal or Wi-Fi signal while the car is flashing. I mean, what happened? We were on Easy Street and EPA got involved and fucked everything up. DeSantis' opponent got dragged, exactly. Beto, a.k.a. hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, got right. The guy that said, hell yeah, we're going to take your guns, got a shitload of votes in Texas. If Texas was proper, he should have gotten 0.00 votes. Hi, bye. I'll watch tomorrow, says Cobra Engineering. Mendoza Coyote says, I lost my N-Gage and thought it was a goner. Now that I found it, I'm never getting rid of it. Exactly. Hard to find good races in Austin. I love my N-Gage. Emotion got shook by the EPA. They got shook, dragged, and fucking put out of business. Unbelievable. Let me buy one of those N-Gages off you, Alex, but for real. Nope. If I sell my truck, by the way, my truck's for sale. I'm going to sell my truck. I talked to ESS today. They're redesigning their kit and stuff, so it's going to be a couple of months. So if I can sell that truck for $28,000, get it out of my life. I don't need it. It's just sitting there. I literally don't drive it. It needs a good detail because the interior is pretty nasty. But get that thing out of my life for $20,000 and don't give me no fucking sob story. Bring me a fucking check or send it to Wells Fargo and then swap it over. I get money based on the balance and you get a truck and get it the fuck out of my life. Don't ask me to do shit. Emotion probably couldn't afford what the EPA wanted to make it go away. Right, Omega. Emotion was a very small company, very small company. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. So obviously, over the weekend, you had a couple of things happen. First of all, an NFL player got pretty much headbutted in the chest and had cardiac arrest on the field, but that's not car related, but still it was crazy to watch and have him do CPR for him 10 minutes. But Ken Block passed away, unfortunately, in a snowmobile accident. Now, we all know that this channel doesn't necessarily like the drifting and the brand that he put out there, but got to respect the guy for absolutely having a huge fan base, became super popular during the Gymkhana stuff, had a lot of influence on a lot of people. Obviously, my demographic is different, but you can't deny that the guy had a huge impact on the racing community, specifically when it comes to the Gymkhana and the rally stuff. I thought the stuff that he did there was kind of like, one of a kind. You didn't see it. Then he did a whole bunch of them. Obviously, this channel had a whole bunch of fun on that subject matter. But at the end of the day, you got to be respectful. And the guy literally revolutionized how you viewed motorsports in that aspect. He brought in some of the DC culture to the car game. Like, look, when Paul Walker passed, I just couldn't identify because it just was not my wheelhouse. Ken Block is a little different. I felt terrible for his family. I felt terrible for everyone who he affected, that he influenced, that he ended up, making an impact on their lives when it comes to racing. So I wasn't going to go out there and I think some of you guys thought I was going to drag the fucking dude. And I'm like, are you fucking psycho? No, the guy passed away. Be respectful, man. It sucks that he passed away at 55 years old in a snowmobile accident. So yeah, rest in peace, Ken Block. Terrible that happened. He has a daughter, a wife, and he left a lot of fans sad the last couple of days because of what happened. So yeah, and then we hear about a local drag racer, and I forget his name, a guy who ran a Supra. A young guy died of a heart attack. And, I don't like to speculate because a lot of people like to speculate. But the dude, a young guy that was a super guy, ended up passing away recently. He won the Street Fighter class at World Cup, I think in 2022, a couple of months ago. And he passed away. So we've had just a terrible last couple of months when it comes to the automotive and racing community, where people are just, passing away. Ken Block passing away. And then a gentleman, I'm trying to look up his name because I don't want to poo-poo the whole situation. I want to give him his Phillips. Guy, Tony Phillips. So I'll put it up here. Again, I never met the dude, but Tony Phillips, man. Guy, drag racer. Big write-up on him. The Soft Spot put a big write-up on him. He died of a heart attack, dude. So Ken Block, then Tony Phillips, and then crazy that some kid, football player, pretty much has cardiac arrest on the field. What a crazy, it all happened within 30 hours of each other. So unbelievable stuff that's happening. And, a lot of people hit me up on Instagram like, hey, look at this. And some people are trying to make me drag him. And I'm like, guys, that's just ridiculous. I would never do that to him. He passed away. So, and Travis Pastrana, keeping the Gymkhana stuff going. And you can always look at that as something that Ken Block started and always kind of, feel nostalgic about that. So yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Ken Block and Tony Phillips. Unbelievable, the shit that's happening out there. And, well, okay, Heath S2R. Let's be real here, because I'm going to be realistic. The Sideshow stuff. When did it all start? The Sideshow stuff. Now, the hooning, the dumb stuff, all that, donut stuff. Some people say that the Sideshow culture started with stuff like that. I'm going to be honest with you. Growing up, we saw that shit all the time. We saw guys, but they didn't shut down intersections. They did it on side streets and stuff. But I guess California specifically has such a problem with sideshows. That's now become a go-to place to be. See if you can jump over the car. See if you can light the road on fire. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It looks like a fucking good time. But I would never catch myself dead in that shit. One, I'd be the old, it's like me going to a club and I'd be the old guy in the club rapping to, Lil Baby lyrics. And that's just, it's a weird look. But it looks like just people just fucking around, wilding the fuck out and getting hurt and pulling out, extendos on people that hit them with their IS 300s. But who started all that stuff? Okay, that is a young guy thing. How many videos have you seen of me doing any type of extended burnout at all with my cars? None. Like none at all. Because one, I value my equipment. Two, I don't think there's a purpose in just doing dumb drifts. I think drifting is gay as shit and dumb. But I understand that it is wildly popular because most of you guys are gay. And that's fine if you're gay. It's accepted now. It's actually normal. But I don't want to fuck with that shit at all. So when did all that start? Infamous says, sideshows unfortunately have been part of the culture in the Bay Area. And they're still shutting down the Bay Bridge to swinged out, clapped out 350s. Now, if you look up E40's video, Tell Me When to Go, that came out like in 2010, right? Let me see. Let me see when that video came out. 13 years ago. So if I do my math right, carry the one. Yeah, so 13 years ago. And the reason I say that is because it's one of the first videos that I saw people doing kind of sideshow stuff. And he is from the Bay Area. So I'm like, okay, like you could see just people just doing dumb shit with motorcycles in the video. You could see people just, there was a Mustang 2 in the video, if I'm not mistaken. Pipples, yeah, you gotta have the pipples because what's a rap video without pit bulls? Where I gotta find the one with the Mustang. There's a 74 to 78 Mustang. There you go. There it is. Look at that fucking thing, dude. So, this is, I guess, part of the culture in the Bay.
Watch 'em swang.
Watch 'em swang.
Go stupid. Go.
So, look, call me. I love it. Whatever. But I guess that all started over there. And all the bad shit comes out of California, to be honest with you. All the bad shit comes out of California. I value my equipment no other way. Exactly. Like, you're never going to see me do a donut in the ZR1. I swear to God, if you catch me doing a donut in the ZR1, come take that shit away from me. Never will I do a donut in a ZR1. Never will I do a donut in my 19 GT, my GT500, my Notch, my truck, or my Fairmont. No way. It's 2023. We are allowed to be gay now. Japanese drifting was and still is awesome. It's gay shit. It's gay shit. It's gay shit. It's gay shit. Japanese drifting's gay shit. All right? All this drifting that's happening here is gay shit. But it is popular. Hey, guys, soccer's gay. But that's the most popular sport in the world. But it's fucking gay. You won't catch... No 40-year-old and up guy thinks soccer is badass. Unless he's gay. Sideshow started the Bay Area. They were all cleanly built cars, no buckets. The new generation of kids are bringing out. Summer Racing has a... Okay. I mean, many credit cards have 30% interest rate. That's very normal. Damn, Alex, putting out the 707 with E40. Bro, I love that E40 shit. Drifting is dead. Especially with C-clip rear ends. Right. They have 9-inch rear ends. What's all done to the F-150? Nothing. It's got an 18 manifold and a PMAS intake and a Lund flex tune. Oh, it's got a Beltec drop kit. That's it. Beltec drop kit, 18 manifold, PMAS. Give me 28,000 and don't fucking say shit. Get it fixed up with a Wells Fargo and get it out of my life. Because I'm not gonna fuck with 10R80. And it's 4-wheel drive. Just to let you know, it's 4-wheel drive. I meant Japanese like in Japan, not here. Hey Omega, it's gay in Japan. What do you think? There's actually so you think like how do you know who wins? Like why don't I just go down those hills in a straight fucking line and win? Oh, you did not. Oh no, you cheated. Alex, you cheated. You're supposed to go down sideways, and we judge you. Like, are there judges in every fucking turn in Japan? Like, are there judges in? Oh well, DK didn't turn in properly and didn't have enough smoke coming out of his tires. But I don't know. The new guy did. The white guy, the Howley. I'm just confusing every language on the planet. Right, that's what I'm saying. When I say I like racing, meaning competitive racing, and the goal is to get to the finish line first. In drifting, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter, not one motherfucker.
Not one motherfucker.
It doesn't matter who gets to the line first. It matters this, how you got to the line. So if people go, oh, Alexa, you don't understand. Drifting is more like an art, and people like to, it's like a figure skating. So who watches figure skating? When was the last time men with dicks and balls watched figure skating? Unless it was the day Nancy Kerrigan and Tonya Harding were in the same rink. When was the last time you gave a fuck about figure skating? Unless some guy was whacking a girl in the fucking knee. By the way, Tonya Harding has a sex tape. If you guys can go on Pornhub, just type in Tonya Harding sex tape. It's fucking weird. I still love the mountain street stuff. Can care less. See, this is what I mean. Like, not only is he gay to like the mountain stuff, but he can care less. That means he has the ability to care less. It's not that he could not care less, meaning your cares are absolutely zero and you could not physically care less. He can care less. I like road racing, so that makes me bisexual. G37 Scats, SN95 250Z, and our mom's 225 all on the Sideshow. I hated when drifting got popular. Gave JDM cars with no power some sort of bragging rights. Who's DK? You don't know who DK is? Donkey Kong? It's all about the style points, Alex. Right. So it's not racing. So you can't look me dead in the fucking eye sockets and say drifting is racing. And if it's not racing, what the fuck is it? Could you imagine if drag racing is 100% judged and not who actually got to the end? Actually, my mistake. That's what drag racing has become, and that's why it's fucking gay. It is now trying to figure out if the guy jumped all the time. I guarantee there are people that go to the line, that bet money on racing, that put their phone in super slow-mo. That's right. You watch the race in super slow motion because you want to get the tire crack. And say, he jumped, I got the video, he jumped. So that's why racing has become gay. Because you got guys that were like, he jumped. You know who should say who jumped? The flagger. And just like in old-time baseball, if the umpire got it wrong, live and die by the fucking flagger's call. But now motherfuckers got, I don't know, ridiculous, movie-making Avatar-style cameras. And they're like, oh, the $200 Fox body that has a racist name because it's a grudge car on the front valance cracked the tire before the guy, hit the light. Fuck out of here with the bullshit. Maybe when Margot Robbie played Tonya Harding. I just have too much love to give, Alex. Now that bar angle was crazy, he won. You're not in control unless you're out of control, every gay drifting artist. Drifting is an opportunity to express your closet gayness, says Matt 2011 GT. If you think you jumped, make some noise. I can hear it now. Mario Kart drifting. The hot Russian chick, was she Ukrainian? Oh my God, she was psycho. And she was a drunk. Duh. What was her name? Russian ice skater. Wow. I can't even skater of the 90s. Oksana Bayul. Oh my God. Oksana Bayul. Oh my God, dude. Oksana Bayul was hot. Oh, no, she looked like an old rag now. Oh, my Lord. ¿Qué le pasó? Holy shit, what happened to her? She looked like... I want to make sure there's no porn on here. She was cute there, but, like, what happened here? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What? But then she was, So, drift guys, this is what you look like. So when drifting guys are like, oh my God, I love drifting. Well, you like something similar to this. A judged event where furly shit and frizzly dresses and bullshit. Oh, she created her artistic expression better than the other. Oh, the other guy had more smoke and he had underglow. Guys, underglow made a comeback during that bullshit. The stance, underglow was dead. Underglow was dead in the 2000s. 1999 to 2000, that shit was dead. Nobody was doing underglow bullshit. And you know who brought it back? The people that brought the stance bullshit here. The stance bullshit and the drift guys brought underglow back. I thought we killed that fad forever. What's next? Hammers for wheels? Is that the next fad? Hammers? Is that what we're doing? Fuck out of here with your bullshit. I watched the ladies' tennis only when Anna Kournikova was there. But Alex, in Russia, we drink alcohol to feel warm inside. Lots of trains and drugs. She got some equal rights and lefts. Got to work early tomorrow, says Hatch, just leaving a tip. Thank you for the tip. Look, guys, look. This is a members only chat. So if you want to get in on the chat, become a member. It's as little as $5 a month. A lot of people on the peasant chat, you saw how bad that was. That's why I made the rest of the chats members only, because it's just a bunch of fucking people that don't even subscribe. They just go on just to spam the chat, and it's a shit show. But I still get paid for that chat. Turvy was conceived during two men watching figure skating. I can't believe Underglow made a comeback. And the Starlight headliners, hammers. Remember hammers? Spinners, wheel, right. Hammers were originally wheels on Mercedes Hammer vehicles. Mercedes hammers were like a very rare thing. And everyone and their mother ripped off this wheel design. So there's like, what, 200 hammer Mercedes out there? And this wheel design became really popular with Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans loved hammer Mercedes. And you saw everyone and their mother have this wheel. And they had different designs. And you look up hammer wheels. And it had a similar design to, no, where are they? Yeah, it's either these right here. Every Puerto Rican asshole had Krager, what the fuck? Progressive wheels, billet, Centerline. Are you on crack? This motherfucker is selling Chevy bolt pattern hammers for $2,250? Well, get the fuck out of here. But anyway, those were hammer wheels, in case you didn't know. What are those going to make a comeback? Underglow made a comeback. Are those going to make a comeback? Unbelievable. Street Glow Gold Series 50 Fox Body on hammers. Mercedes 190E hammer makes spinners great again. I don't understand why hammers aren't on the Fox. Yeah, look, certain fads need to die. I think drifting, I can't wait for the day that drifting is it's not going to be dead, but it'll be less popular. It's such a shitty sport. I mean, you want to call it a sport? You can get into it fairly cheap, but the Formula D guys, are sponsored. And I'm like, what are you sponsoring? And it's to the point, drifting has now, it's jump to shark. Jump to shark means like when Fonzie jumped to shark, that's when the show was kind of over. In Happy Days, I think. So when something jumps to shark, it's kind of over. And I think drifting is done in terms of gaining popularity. Because once Ford introduced a drift stick into their Mustang, and remember when they did it on the Ford Focus ST, and that was gay as shit, and it made its way into the Mustang, I thought, it's over. Ford isn't about racing. Ford isn't about racing with their Mustang. It's got a drift stick. It's about sliding. So, hey, Ford, wouldn't you say that you are complicit and making it easier for people to drive recklessly? Hey, that's a parking brake. So if you, Ford, allow people to lock up their rear wheels on purpose by a simple pull of the handle, aren't you now engaging in being complicit in reckless driving and endangerment? I can make that case. I could be a psycho lawyer and make that case. I mean, they steal software. They steal wiper fucking designs. Now they're going to make you crash your ship by making it a lot easier to lock up the rear wheels via a fucking stick? What? Stupid. If I was in that focus group, I'd go, hey, you might not want to open yourself up to lawsuits, Ford, because you're going to make it real easy to lock up the rear brakes on a Mustang, you stupid motherfuckers. Hop on 95 and slide, know what I'm saying? People don't know drivers only win around 2,500 Formula D. There's no money in professional drifting. I know that they don't make any money. What makes you think I thought they made any money? There's no money in drag racing. The only people that make like okay, so the World Series of Pro Mods is going to happen pretty soon at BMP. Do you think those guys make like $1 million? How about Pro Stock? How much money do you think those guys make? Those guys have $400,000 cards and they win 20,000 or 50,000. They don't win a ton of money. So Formula Dick is out there doing drifting shit. Why should they win anything more than 2,500? Why don't you think Formula Drift is on prime time? Like, I think Rallycross is so badass, but the public doesn't care. But that's racing. That's legit racing. Like, Rallycross is so fucking badass. But people in the United States would rather see NASCAR go around fucking 250 times in circles. And that's like hugely popular. But Formula Drift, you don't even know who wins. Like, you don't have a clear-cut winner, right? If you're looking at a car drifting, can you look at both vehicles and let's say they're closely matched in the gayness and they finished doing their gay shit? Could you say, oh, the 240Z definitely outdrifted the Mustang? No, it's fucking stupid. 100% chance Ford gets sued for the drift stick. I can see the lawsuits coming. Sideshow drift velocity will send the Eggers a foot higher. When Ford performers went to Ford Racing was the shift. That's the gayest shit. Didn't they call those Lorenzos? Hit the live button, please. Buenos dias, brother. Roman became a Bitch of Love member, and a hard hat Eugene gave me some channel support. Thank you, sir. Hey, Alex, do you see your channel becoming a car blog news channel talking about everything car related, steering away from tuning? Well, it kind of already is, Ray. And I think that's a good thing. I think you guys like a vast array of subject matters that isn't just tuning related. I'll always answer tuning questions, and I'll always answer tuning requests stuff to the best of my ability. But this weekend had a bunch of car news, and I thought it was good to talk about it. The Kevin Van Voort stuff really interested me because of the rating factor. I went, wait a minute. They don't rate people because of YouTube videos, but maybe they tried to get him on another charge, and when they rated him, found nothing. So they drummed up a charge to justify the rating. That, I think, happens so often, it's not even funny. And this is the crazy thing. People that swat you or swatting, people that commit swatting on you should be prosecuted. I think if you commit a swatting act on someone you dislike and they suffer a injury, meaning a loss, whether of income or property, it is up to the accuser who swatted. It should not be, anonymous. I think they should trace the phone call and go, you called in a swatting event on this person. You should be sued because you did it under false pretenses. But the problem is this. The people that commit the swatting, they want you dead. Why would they make it so that people come into your house with guns drawn? And it's no fault of the cops. They're doing their job. Let's say they think they're busting up a human trafficking ring. So they're going to go in there, get your fucking hands down. And you, let's say you're a Second Amendment guy and you talk all this shit and you got your blick ready to go at all times and you hear someone knocking on your door. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to grab your gun. So let's say the SWAT team fucking blows your door open. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You think you're getting, a house. Someone's looking to rob your shit. You both point at each other. I'm firing. I don't know that I'm getting swatted. I don't know what's happening. I just wake up in the middle of the night and I'm and now they probably kill me. So the person that accuses me of whatever and trying to get me swatted should suffer the consequences if shit goes sideways. Absolutely. I think it's a complete bullshit act. And the guy will be lashed for doing nothing over the towns, cover the towns, right? Didn't Fast and Furious call it getting knocked? Come on, Alex, getting knocked. They have all that technology, but can't trace who called the SWAT tip. Alex, off topic. But what car would you have to just cruise and chill around? The Corvette and the, well, my white car is a really good car. The white Mustang is a really good car to cruise around in. Okay, the white Mustang is more comfortable long-term than the Corvette. The Corvette is a cooler car to cruise around in because it has all that torque and it's light. But if I was to want to just go cruising, not racing, I'd probably have like an 800 or 900 horsepower CTS V3. That's a bad ride, bro. A CTS V3, chopping it up with some bigs and littles, clean, either black or silver or pearl white. Oof. And some Weld RTS beadlock shits. Like a total homo. Absolutely. A lot of people in jail for swatting. Really? I didn't know that. It is a felony if they catch you did it. How can we prove they were swatted unlawfully? Well, what were you swatting the person for? Like what happened with Andrew Tate, he got swatted because they said of human trafficking. And then come to find out there was no proof of that. So right then and there, you can go back to the accuser, in my opinion, and you can trace that call and say, hey, you accused them of human trafficking and it caused us to SWAT, and hey, we lost an officer because of that. So you're going to get prosecuted. I'm down with that shit. They involve the FBI when it comes to swatting. It happens to streamers and it's taken very seriously. Okay, good, because I wasn't aware of that. Some agencies do prosecute swatting if they trace it to a landline or cell phone, as those calls are supposed to be recorded. Gun to your head, would you drive a Formula Drift car or NASCAR? NASCAR. Guys, a 900 horsepower, naturally aspirated, 3,400 pound car? Yeah, I want that. What about drift's the same thing? I don't care. I'm not looking to go sideways. Huncho James says, people love to sit on the sidelines and not worry about government overreach until it finally affects them. And then it's too late. Gun people have been trying to warn about these things for years. Look, Lund Racing got hit up. We put out the call. PFI got a letter. They didn't get raided. PFI got a letter. Diesel shops were raided and guys were like, put down the DPF. Like literally that. And we're out here talking like we live in a free country. Get the fuck out of here with the bullshit. I know where we live. Fuck out of here. It's a felony and those people are being held accountable now, aside from the government agencies backing the act. The reason swatting is so popular with streamers is because you see the streamer getting swatted in real time, so you get a reaction. I get that. Look, you don't think I have thought about that? If there's someone that's just a fucking cuck and it's like, oh, you know, call and they're like, oh my god, and imagine I get my head blown off on fucking live because you got a trigger happy cop. That'd be real cool to watch on stream. No thanks. No regular Joe Blow reacts like that though. All the people that I've seen get swatted start pissing their pants and are crying for mama. But Johnny boy, all you need is that wrong one. All you need is that wrong one. By the way, shout out to Greg Garage Bill Coyote that reminded me. So you guys remember a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago, I started making fun of the fact that people have rears only on their cars. And someone from the army started an OnlyRears page with an OnlyRears logo. That is wonderful. So guys, go to Instagram and tag at OnlyRears anytime you see a guy with OnlyRears. And of course, he's got some great examples of guys with, oh my God, he's got VMSs with the tiniest tire I've ever seen. And he's got rears only, another OnlyRears. And this is it's not a Shelby, it's a 5-liter OnlyRears because he can only afford the rears. Don't worry, dude. Tax time is coming and you'll be able to afford the next one. Another S550 doing the gayest shit ever, which is a gender reveal. Actually, how do you know he's going to be a boy, motherfucker? What if he's a trans? Okay. Look at Dodge. Dodge guys are probably the biggest offenders of rears only. OnlyRears, exactly. Camaro guy, OnlyRears. Is this Lake Park? It looked like Lake Park. Let me see. No, that's not. Is that Lake Park? Where is that? It looks like Lake Park to me. Another SI50 with only rear, whatever, VMS only rears, like peasant shit. Like he's so poor, he only had, at least if you're going to have only rears, have beadlock S71s, you know, something halfway. This guy has the Kragers from Summit rears. I think he had, another Camaro guy with only rears and a S550 guy. So guys, anytime you come across Instagram and you see a guy that has rears only, tag him. Tag only rears and they'll put your shit up and things will be good. Oh, look, Kevin hit me up. He sent me a message on Instagram, Kevin Van Voorst. Whatever you want to know, I can tell you. I'll hit him up on a private line and we'll see. I don't disagree with your swatting, but I'm just telling you all the public info. Okay, got it. So I'll talk to him on a private line. I don't want to... Actually, let me... oh, no. Okay, that's Kevin. So... Yeah, I guess I can't tell you what okay. Can you tell me what really happened publicly or not? Can you tell me what really happened publicly? Or is the lawyer telling you to shut up? Keeping you quiet for now. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to ask him live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. So we'll see. We'll see what Kevin says, because if he's willing to talk about it and it can be public, I can get you a scoop on this channel. But obviously, he probably wants to, you know, give you the information on his channel, and I totally understand that shit. If the V3s came, oh my God, manual, would you already have one? No, I think if a V3 is going to be auto, because I'm just pimping in that thing. Toretto SWAT came into my house, disrespected my whole family because somebody knocked me out. And you know what? It was you. I think that's a Fast and Furious line. I'm not gay, so I wouldn't know. The Affirm is maxed out. That's why. I only have rears on my Silverado. I have 14-inch brakes on the front. I like how that's the excuse. So get 22-inch fronts. What do you want me to do? What's more peasant, front and rear race stars or only rear welds? Only rear welds is more peasant than front and rear race stars. Cletus Stan's going to get Alex Pop. Doing it live. Interview. Yeah. If the V3s came with a manual, would you already have one? Breaking news only on Bitcho TV. Alex, Arab drifting when the Camry hits the Hilux at 100 miles per hour. So let's see. So he just saw the message. So look, if he's not willing to talk about it, I get it. Because the lawyer, you know, his lawyer's like, hey man, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing publicly. But if he's willing to answer publicly, I still got to give away a coffee. I still got to give away a cookie from Melissa and Oh My God Cookies and EPA. I'm late. Just got some time while cooking an awesome steak on the Barbie. Ray Ray says, I'm gay. Well, we know who it would be if we saw it happen to you. Tony Full Hard On and Queef Cake would be primary suspects. They don't know where, neither of them know where I live. I mean, anybody could find out. But don't let me find out it was them. Don't let me find out it was them. Because I won't call no SWAT on you. I won't call no SWAT on you. I'll go to you myself. Fuck that. Those guys won't do shit. Because that's like, they can go to jail for shit like that. Just like guns, our rights will only be restricted more and more, never given anything back. NASCARs have unrivaled sound. You feel it in the chest. How much power should an ESS GT500 injector's 125 7 PSI pulley make? What car? Gen 2, Gen 3? FLKA is right. You'll be getting a message from Turvey soon. Only rears aren't they swaying into the ditch with wide fronts? By the way, guys, did you see the latest Hoonigan episode? So the Hoonigan channel, they do this drag race stuff. And I thought it was an interesting race in the last one where there's this guy with a Viper and he has the classic, terrible, most crazy, Jesus Christ. This guy is probably the biggest squid, and no offense, you're a fucking squid, bro. You have a Viper with rear drags and front. Did he lose his shit? Let me see. Where is it? Oh my God. Round one. Okay. So this guy, you had a bias ply rear and a radial front, big motherfucker. That is a recipe for disaster. So shout out to this guy who owns or built or whatever. Get a skinny, bro. Get a skinny front wheel and tire combo, and that swaying magically goes away. And if you can get a bias ply skinny front on the Viper, that swaying magically goes away. I thought this was common knowledge, guys. Like, I legit thought this was common knowledge, and apparently people still don't know. Okay, so Kevin responded, but let me read it first before we get into it. Okay, perfect. So Kevin said the following. I tried to explain it in my videos, and I know they were long as fuck. As far as them having actual reasons for searching my house, I don't have one. Besides, that's what's been publicly posted by the local police and the news stations. My lawyer isn't saying shut the fuck up. I only had her watch my first video to make sure I wasn't saying anything out of line, and I wasn't making shit up. He's mentioned something else that I'm not going to say. Didn't even show himself. He's posting that video. Okay. So I guess David Van Voris also might have some video stuff coming out soon. So look out for David Van Voris's channel. I didn't want to mention the last part of your message, Kevin, because I want David to tell his side that way. But according to Kevin, even he doesn't know why he was hit up. So thank you. Hey, Kevin, I appreciate you hitting us up. We did it live. We did it live because that's how we do it here.
We'll do it live.
I'm talking shit.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
So there you go. Yeah. So David Van Voris is going to have a video. Apparently he was hit up too, and that's going to be interesting to hear. Yep. I told him about the wheels on the front, bro. I came late. Did you mention Ken Block? Yes, I did. Coffee, please, for my cookies, says Diego. Hey, no, you already want cookies. You're good. CT5 Blackwing moves out. Still offered with a manual, too. Guys, that's a $100,000 car. If I'm buying a $100,000 car, it's going to be a Viper. Just give the damn number. Dumb and Dumber, I want the cookies. Just give me the damn number. Dumb and Dumber, I want the cookies. He even removed the windscreen wipers to save all that weight. Yeah, I think Racing 101, a lot of these guys skip. So imagine you want the most grip possible. You talk to a bunch of people online and they say, oh, you got a stick car, you got to put a bias ply on it. You put a bias ply on it, but keep the radial fronts. And then you hear, oh man, I would never run bias ply rears because they sway too much. And I'm like, say what? Like Racing 101, a skinny front or a bias ply, radial. Weird. Swap team rating content creators like it's a cartel. So you can have radial rear and a radial front and not drive. What the fuck did he just say? Ray said, so you can have a radial rear and a radial front and that's not a drag. Wow. Dude has an actual Pikachu face right now. Give him the Kev. Kev really needs a positive. Give him the Kev for all the... Hey, Kevin, are you here? Kevin, speak up on the chat. If you're on the chat, I'll give you a set of cookies. You know, because you're a big dude, so you need some calories in you. So if you're on the chat, absolutely. Okay, I'll let you choose. You can either have 3 Oh My God cookies or the coffee. One or the other. So Kevin, if you're on the chat, just respond with cookies or coffee. And hopefully no one changes their screen name to Kevin Van Boris. And then robs them from me, because that's probably what they'll do. Can I get the cookies tonight? I'm going to India next for 2 months. Or from the rear, Summit credit the front. I guarantee that somebody that has like Summit credit card at $4,000 and Affirm at $4,000 and they're like, oh, the monthly payment is only $250. I'm like, yeah, for 35 years, stupid. Radio, I like that movie. Maintenance calories, Butcher CS. You can get away with a radial front skinny with your bias rear no sway. Correct. As long as you have a very low footprint tire in the front, whether it be a radial or a bias ply, your swaying will be cut to like almost nothing. But imagine you have a 285 front and it has all that contact patch and you just overcorrect a little bit. Shoot! See you later. There's some dumb motherfuckers out there. If he's not a member, he can respond. Oh, you're right. He's not a member. Hey, I got to give it to someone on the chat. It's great. He goes, as far as having haters, obviously you know that how that goes. My lawyer's working on finding out who it is. So my next move, since they obviously tried to ruin my name and small business I own. Yeah, I agree. So Kevin is going to work hard to find out who put out the information for him to get swatted. Because if he can prove damages, which he can, if his name is tarnished, and other things, and his business has taken a hit, guess what? get that money. So Kevin Van Voorst, hopefully you find out who did it and prosecute the fucking shit out of him and make him pay your lawyer bills. Oh, that would be fucking so sweet. That would be so sweet if you can get that done. And keep us posted to what happens. Just post a video and I'll cover it for sure. So, okay. Okay, we got this, we got that. Okay, I'm trying to catch up on everything else. Imagine you have rears only with spacers, right? But Alex, it spins when I go through the water box, just bump in the NA car. He was talking earlier. Yeah, I think he was. Defamation case inbound. Order cookies for the first time today. Going to be ordering again. Hit that like 600 watching, exactly. 600 watching and 334 likes. And when you guys say, hey, Alex, how come your videos don't get that many views? It's real simple. You guys don't do the simplest thing of just clicking the like button. Because let's say YouTube sees 600 people on and only 300 people like it. YouTube goes, shit, 50% engagement rate? That sucks. But if YouTube sees 600 people on and 600 likes, they go, holy shit, everyone loves this video. Let's share it. And they amplify it. They have a method based on the Twitter files of amplifying or de-amplifying. So because I say a lot of swear words on the chat, they de-amplify this channel, aka shadow ban, because they don't want it spreading to kids. But the best way to counteract that is for you guys to simply like the show. And that gets spread. You get more views and I make more money. I thought it was a fake account. 300 trolls, exactly. I identify as Kevin Van Voorst. Says D's nuts. Kevin, just hit us up on IG. Okay, perfect. Hey, I'm gonna take care of Kevin. Kevin, hit up at my God cookies _ LLC, and they'll get you cookies or coffee. Yeah, but does that mean that the people here miss out on that? Because I want to give away cookies and coffee on this chat. Hit the like. People says, dude, shit, I want that coffee. I want to try that coffee. Heath S2R, you get the coffee. Fuck it. Let's do it. Heath S2R, hit up domagotcookies.com. Domagotcookies _ LLC, get you the coffee. So Melissa, get Mr. Heath S2R, and I'm going to go ahead and get one more person for the cookies. Is the dating channel a members only channel only? No. The dating channel, there is no membership on the dating channel. I will eventually start that back up. It's just been a crazy busy time in my life, really. So I did a regular standalone video to, by the way, I'm still here. And once I figure out a schedule on the dating channel, it'll be an open chat for anyone to come in. You don't have to be a member or a subscriber. You can just come in from the street and talk some shit. So again, Heath S2R gets the coffee. I like the first guys isn't hard. My uncle engages me with more at night than you guys engage with the like button for Alex. Holy shit, that's pretty good. Hey, do you want the cookies potential SEMA member? That's very good. My uncle engages with me more at night than you guys engage with the like button for Alex. So, potential SEMA member, do you want cookies? If you do, you get them. And you can hit up Melissa or Lake, domagotcookies.com, domagotcookies _ LLC. You got it, Heath. Order cookies around Christmas. They were great. I got to order some because my girlfriend's job, they're big into crumble cookies. I'm like, man, fuck them. We gang here. We ain't fucking around. I don't have anything like that. I don't have any. Where's here we go. You fuck crumble cookies. Okay, you understand? We are Oh My God cookies people here. Okay, you get over there on your side of the street, your side of the town with your crumble cookies. We are Oh My God cookie people here. It's gonna get copyrighted, and I gotta delete that, so I'll have to look out for that. Yes, I do. I did win them back in 2022, but I'll take them if it's fine. Yeah, take them. Potential SEMA member, take them. It's very good. And that was last year. Isn't your birthday tomorrow? Yes, guys. My birthday is tomorrow. I will be 45 years old. Could you imagine? This motherfucking beefcake is going to... I'm the real beefcake. This motherfucker's 45 years old looking as good as fuck as I do. Look at this. Like, remember when you were growing up, what 45-year-olds look like? Like, you're like, God damn, like, I remember when my dad was 45. That motherfucker looked worn the fuck out. Like he was ridden hard and put away wet as fuck. And now, man, we fucking glistening, bro. This is that clean living. This is that no smoke, no drink, no bullshit. Just get to work, shut the fuck up, do your job, get some sun, eat right, It's a nice life. Don't got cookies at stiff competition with Tiff treats, but I got Don't got cookies every time. FCC all day, right? That song hits every time. Happy birthday, man. Thank you. It'll be tomorrow. I'll be 45. Born January 4th, 1978. Still acting like a fucking douchebag, but I mean, I don't feel... Okay, that's the other thing, guys. Let's say you're in your 20s and you go, boy, what does it feel like to be 45? Guys, exactly the same as 18. You just know more shit. Like, I am in my mind, I'm no different than I was when I was 18 to 22. That's kind of when you kind of, everything develops and you're like, that's the person you're going to be. You just know more stuff. And you're more comfortable talking. You're more comfortable just in your own person. You take a lot less shit. You're more vocal about disagreeing with something. Like, if you don't want something to happen, you say no. When you're younger, you kind of are agreeable. But when you're a little older like me, you say, nah, fuck you, bro. Suck this dick, and we're good to go. Damn, son, I'll be 45 on the 15th, January 78. Savages were born. Happy birthday, Pelon. 45 years old, look like that dude's uncle. Right, dude, I'm 42. It's weird. I don't feel 42. Right. 45 years old, outworking 20-year-olds by far. Bro, I outwork you in the gym. I outwork you in life. There's 20-year-olds right now that they start crying because they got to be at Starbucks for 8 hours. Shit. 8 hours. Happy birthday to my best friend. We're like brothers. Fast Rider says he'll be 50 next month. Keep working and you'll continue to feel good. Exactly. Yeah, look, if you stop working out, that's when shit goes downhill. Today I did a leg exercise, bro. Fucking crushing that shit. Like big boy shit. And I was like, damn. But I know my back's going to feel it pretty soon. Tracy Miller says, happy birthday. Thank you. Small birthday gift and you can buy yourself a strawberry Faygo soda. Jacob, thank you for the becoming a bitch of love, member. Alex aged like some dark horse wine. That's right, dark horse wine. I don't know. I wonder if one day I'll actually... I don't want to try drinking, but I'll take a drink. But I don't even want to do that. Like it's just... I just literally have never been curious about drinking. Happy early birthday. Poppy says, SVT Snake, just joined. Happy birthday. I'm no longer a peasant. I have full drag pack on the Hellcat. Try doing 12 on a butcher block. I used to sweat in a cooler. Right. Damn, I forgot Insta rated G channel. LOL kids looking at me like, what the fuck? Don't my God cookies. 2 buses against Crumble. Me too. I get it 100%. Timothy Guerin says, happy birthday, dude. Thank you. The wine, bro. The car is having 2-3 shift issues after Transbrake or TC and cam install. TC. I'm hoping it's just a shift solenoid. Your thoughts on a 2010 Camaro Auto? Okay. If you're having a flare issue, TC? Torque converter. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know if 2010 Camaros have anticipation logic, but on Mustangs, I shut it off and it's OSS commanded. So if a Camaro has anticipation logic, when you have a converter, it has inherent slip and it might be seeing a lot of slip and anticipating the shifts too late. So I would see if your tuner can turn off anticipated shift logic, if it's even a thing on Camaros. Have a glass of wine with a steak. Take a sip out of the chalice. I'm 46 and I'm like 24-year-old with brains and money. Exactly. Happy birthday, Alex. Have a good one. Thank you, Too Sick. Happy birthday, Mang, says Tito Rosso. Alex, I'm pretty sure that was a girl in the Starbucks video. That was a girl? Bro, that was a girl that was complaining about working 8 hours at a Starbucks? Do they not understand that when we were working at... Okay, so my first job was working summer jobs. Okay, school had summer job programs. So you would sign up to get a summer job and they gave you the opportunity to be like cleaning like trash out in the street or at a park for 8 hours a day in the summer. Working in the school, painting. You either painted, you refurbished a school or a old folks home, like a city job. They actually paid you. They actually gave you summer jobs. Guys, I was doing that since the age of 14. I was working all summer long, saved up all summer long, and then I ended up getting some pants, some Fila's, some fucking nice shirts. Not Tweety Bird shirts. I wasn't that Puerto Rican where I had Sylvester the Cat and Tweety Bird and Tasmanian Devil shirts. I wasn't a fucking weirdo like that. I had regular dress shirts like I do now. Talked to a friend at the gym, and his brother used to work for Ford, and they told me that the brother worked on a Godzilla that was aluminum, but once the new director took over, he scrapped those plans. Guys, I have pictures. I can't share them, and it pisses me off. I have pictures of C8 ZR1 turbo manifolds. The actual picture of a turbo manifold for a C8 twin turbos. I can't show you because I'm under like some kind of weird embargo. But wait until, like, you're talking about things that could have been but weren't, like the all aluminum 7.3 Godzilla. Twin turbo manifold for a C8 ZR1. If you saw the size of the housing, you'd go, this car's going to be 1,000 horsepower. We'll see. You don't date Waffle House chicks? No, because them bitches are tough. Like, part of the requirement to work at Waffle House, 1, you got to know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and throw hands. And 2, make a badass waffle and chicken combo. I work harder now at 40 than I did when I was in the army in my 20s. Name 3 cookies and I'll send them, bitcho. Name 3 cookies and I'll send them, bitcho. Chocolate sea salt, something better, and birthday suit. And if you want to try the YDBT, that's by far my favorite, but I am biased. Let me make sure Kevin got... Okay, so there you go. So Kevin got the message about the cookies, so hopefully he gets taken care of with the cookies. Beautiful. Look, all of us guys that work out, we're fat boys inside. We're all fat boys, so we like cookies. He got the champion shirts, right. Ford closed Romeo plant, right. So did you hear about the last Predator engine being made? The Romeo engine plant, bye-bye. But that doesn't mean that there isn't something else on the horizon. But the Romeo plant that made all of those badass engines, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they made what? They made, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Cobra Terminator engines, Trinity motors, and the Predator motors. Because those were the motors that were like, did they make 11 to 12 GT500 motors also? Or anything Cobra GT500 all the way? It's crazy that that plant shuts down, but that's the times we're living in, guys. Drifting, sideshows, and the end of the Billy Badass V8. BJJ and boxing is a requirement. I meant send them to you, Alex. Oh, just 3 YDBTs, bro. Just 3 YDBTs and send them to Power by the Hour. All cookies are fine in moderation. Exactly. I hope he gives you a shout out in his channel. Look, Kevin doesn't need to do anything for me. Kevin is now, look, I don't do this for clout. Kevin, as far as I know, because he knows, you know, he's brothers with someone that was our customer / friend, David. I don't want a shout out or need a shout out. If he does it, that's cool, but I don't need it. I think he's in the fight of his life. And you got to understand that when you have if he's a personal trainer and a YouTuber and is trying to get something going and some fuckface hater swats him because he doesn't like him for whatever reason or doesn't like his whatever, and it tarnishes his name and now he doesn't have the ability to earn a living, that's some bullshit. Now he's going to have to pay up a lot of money to defend himself in that situation. And if he wants to prosecute the guy that went after him, it's going to cost him a lot of money. And I support him in that. So I'm not looking for any clout. I'm not looking for any mentions. I appreciate if he does, but I'm not looking for that because then it looks like I'm trying to piggyback on his ship. I want him to do the best as possible. So when he puts out his video, I want you guys to watch it. I watched both videos on 1.75 speed. That's the way to watch it, in my opinion. I got some information out of him, but I'm like, there's something. I feel there's something missing. So I was happy that he was able to come in here and clear it up. It's BBJ. Say no more. Jason, thank you. Yes, they built the 11 to 12 GT500 motors. Okay, so the Romeo plant built all them fucking motors, and the last Predator motor rolled out of that bitch not too long ago, and it's fucking sad, man. Like okay, if you are 35 to 40 years old, you experience the best time in automotive history, period. I understand guys from the 60s will go, no bullshit. The 60s were the muscle car era. Nothing compares to what happened now. Nothing compares to ZR1 madness, C6, Z06 stuff, Camaro stuff, Mustang stuff, GT500 stuff. Cars were coming out of the Hellcat, Charger, track cars. You name it. They had everything, had Hellcat motors in it. Nothing in the 60s compared. And now you saw the birth of that, the peak of that, and the death of that. So consider yourself lucky if you were in the game in this time in history. This was the absolute best time in muscle car history, where Mustangs were running 7s on stock motors, turbos, and fuel. Hellcats were 800 horsepower, and they put that Hellcat motor in everything. Camaros, Corvettes, and everything were coming out with 600 plus horsepower from the factory with warranties. ZR1, bolt-on ZR1 C7s were going 8s, and GT500s with pulley, tuning, and E85 were also in the 8s. This is absolutely the best time that was ever had in motoring history, and we are witnessing the slow, steady death of it. So we'll talk about that on the next live. Demon 2, that's right, the Demon was a Billy badass car. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for indulging me talking about David Van Voorst getting swatted, and hopefully he comes out on top with that situation and prosecutes the shit out of whoever falsely accused him of doing anything to cause him to get swatted. We talked about the death of Ken Block. Rest in peace, Ken Block. He left a daughter and a wife behind. It's awful to see. He influenced a lot of people. He was an important figure in a lot of people's lives in motoring, and it was awful to see his passing. We also want to say, condolences to Mr. Phillips, who passed away recently of a heart attack. Another terrible death in the automotive community, and now the Predator, pretty much that also is going away. So yeah, it's tough to be a gearhead now and be optimistic about the future, but we'll see where it all goes. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back on probably Thursday, because Friday you guys just kind of check out and do your own thing. So I'll probably be back on Thursday so we can talk some more shit, do a YDBT daily, catch up on what's happening in the automotive racing world or just general car talk, and we'll get together then. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night. Congratulations to the cookie and coffee winners. I'll see you guys Thursday, 8 p.m. for a